Test test. Can you guys hear me? Twitch is messing up a little bit on the streaming software, but it looks like it's running. So if it's twitching out, if it's glitching out a little bit, I'm gonna leave it running so I don't have to kill the stream. But please let me know. Loud and clear. Good, good. It's got some weird virtual dashboard thing that keeps turning on, moving everything around. Anyway, stream is intended to be used for educational purposes only. It's not intended to be used as financial advice. Thank you for the follows. Actually, got 2 follows. One while it's gone. So thank you, Kahonish and SoCal123. How you guys doing? Let me get the social stuff going. Let know everyone we're on. All get up in here. Cool. And give me 1 second. Crazy day, needless to say. And I'm still trying to make sense of it. But hope you guys are doing well. Hope you made some gains, because if you bought the bottoms of this range with Rainbow 3 and held it up to this point, you... What a trade. What a trade. If you did get it. So, proud of you guys if you did. Alright. Tell your friends, tell your family, we're live, we're going at it. Looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not boring today. Surprise, surprise. It's actually doing really, really well. So, where does that leave us? Let me see 1 second. Yo, Sean, what is going on, my man? Haven't heard from you in a bit. Hope you're doing well. Hope you don't have any crazy monsoon pictures. So I think those come in spring, don't they? Anywho, yeah, this is awesome. Bullish as can be. I took profits on my positions yesterday, and my bank was that for the most part, for the past 6 months, it has not. Sorry, stutters. I will. It has not been. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Let me see. Sound mixer. Open volume mixer. Here we go. Twitch is nope. Twitch needs to be up. Discord needs to go down. Discord is muted, so we're good. Sorry, some of the group chats I'm in, one of the bigger whales is killing it right now, so he's real chatty. Anywho, it hasn't been long resistance season for a very, 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 very long time. And today we actually broke through serious resistance. So this is the chart that I've been looking at and been posting in the Discord. If you're new here, hop on the Discord. It's free, no paywalls, and great group of dudes in there. And ladies, keeping it real. Let me try to zoom out and make sure these colors look right. Yeah, because I can get the zoom here on the windows and the menus and then the zoom on this. But for the most part, we've had support range down here clearly identified with the rainbow pivots. We had the top range up here with triple pivots. And these triple pivots are from the previous bottom here that we rode for months. What was this? From June of 2022 all the way to November. This is when FTX blew up, right? I hope you guys can see that. We haven't really made it through resistance. Every time we've hit resistance, it's fallen. And we thank you for the follows. Scum truck. And it hit this here, this resistance wall, and it nuked back down. Went back into the middle. I don't really like playing in the middle that much. But then she started moving back up. She hit this wall, and she hit this wall the day before the CPI print. And I have reservations about being at range highs during CPI prints. So I cut my profits on the alt plays that I was in and called it a day and had to watch this stuff pump. And I tried not to chase it, and I pretty much haven't. I'm super swamped at work. So I was able to keep my mind off of it. But if you can't tell, volume showed up quite a bit. These are some serious candles, and this is spot Binance. My favorite charts are on Binance. The data is the best, especially for bots and tools. So anyway, it's really cool that 10x liquidation is there too. We pumped, and the numbers came in kind of soft, but not. Some of the core stuff still kind of higher year over year. But I mean, what am I going to say? Am I mad Bitcoin hit 19K today? No, it's awesome. I'm kind of shocked we went to 19, because then we can start talking about 20K. And if 20K breaks, like, we got some serious mental stuff. We got to post some bull memes. We got to post a lot of really cool stuff. Let me see if I can find it, because I found this yesterday, and I was trying to say, like, hey, I'm skittish, but keep in mind I'm kind of a permabull. And I found a really cool photo of a bull on accident yesterday when I was trying to make a point to somebody who was trying to understand rainbow theory. And this is probably one of the meanest in real life bulls I've ever seen. And I really like it. So I don't know. Maybe I could get the AI art to make this my new rainbow bull. We'll see. But I'm diverging right now, so let me make a point while I'm here. And I am not going to be able to do this on TradingView, I don't think. Not at all. That's a time for another day. It's cool stuff, and if I get to not preface it like that, it'll be even better. So I'll bring that up in the next video. If I don't, remind me, and you can unfollow, unsubscribe. Oh, been busy. Good time to take a crypto break. Monsoon seems to have just ended. Awesome, dude. Glad to hear it. You guys deal with some crazy stuff. Like, and I'm from the Gulf Coast, so like I'm used to hurricanes and stuff, but the stuff you guys deal with Really wild. Anyway, I'm rambling. Bitcoin blew up and it blew out this resistance. Your boy's back. We're doing good. Um, Now, the problem is, and it's not a problem. I gotta visit volume profile. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I got a bunch of beta stuff, so I don't like flashing it on the screen. We broke through. We've hit heavy, heavy RSI. These were some serious, serious moves. We can look at it on 1 hour. It kind of looked like a low time frame bar, and then it pumped, and it's now kind of consolidating and going sideways again. So if we're stupid lucky, and it's just like maybe it really is all over. Maybe this is really bull season. Man, maybe this thing just keeps walking and talking. But all good things come to an end, and if it's not that they have to come to an end, they have to revert back, and see some balance. In my opinion, this thing has gone pretty damn hard, and now it's in this old range again. We haven't reclaimed a range in a very long time, and if we can hold this range here from like 18 to like 22k, we're talking very serious fundamentals of where we are in comparison of like the 2018 accumulation zone. Like, we're looking at saying like, yeah, we might be kind of close to the end of this, and say it's kind of maybe likely that 15.5 was the real bottom. That's where we're at. The problem is we haven't proven that yet, and you have to gut check yourself here big time, because crypto Twitter, you would have thought Bitcoin went up 50% today. If you zoom out, we can barely see today. This pump here is nothing like this. These days were mental. This is not mental yet. We're getting there, but we're not there yet. And we got to be careful. You have to be careful, because the problem with this type of mentality with the whales is that you FOMO in, you get some rewards in, you get lazy. Sorry, I got to fix something. And you don't put in your stop losses, and you don't do what you're supposed to do. And the problem is you can get liquidated really, really quick, lose your funds, or get scared out of a position because you longed late. And there's nothing wrong if you want to keep DCing in this and we keep pulling up. But the problem is if we DC in it, it starts slamming back down, you're going to get shook out of your position. So like, emotions are very, very high. And when emotions are very, very high, the whales are really, really good at getting you. So just keep it in check. So, long story short, what I'm saying is if you're longing here at 18.8 and your bet is that this is now going to be support and this is going to hold, for the love of God, do not go to sleep with no stop losses in this thing. Protect your capital, because they are in a position where this thing can just come back right back down and do a swing low, and they will eat you alive and liquidate all these people that are long right now. Now, they're really good at that, and I'm not saying that's what they're going to do, but what I'm saying is if I was a whale who was hungry, that's what I'd be looking for, right? And you got to remember, when we had this CPI print here back in September, we were coming up on resistance, and we broke through it. We had 2 candles that broke through this, and then the CPI number came in, not Jerome Powell, the CPI print, and you can't see it because it's so tiny. There we go. CPI print came out. Everyone and their grandma thought they had the inside leak of what the real inflation numbers were going to be. And everybody was wrong. And this thing free fell and did a range low sweep that tagged, 3 or 4 times? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then she came up, right? So, and this, man, I thought we were doing great. Now, back in the day, if you remember, we called this with Rainbow Theory. This high scared us out. We took profit and we got out. Short reminder, we can see that this is purples and blues with some RSI. We printed a top signal. We pushed again on weaker colors. There's no purples here. And then we barely pushed to a higher high with virtually just greens with no RSIs. And we cut and waited it out. And you can go back and check the Discord logs. You can go back, check the Twitter. I'm not hindsight navigating here. I'm real proud of that one, because that one was tough, because people were really FOMOing. And I had to say, like, guys, check yourself. Yes, it's a higher high, but it's a weaker higher high color-wise. Check yourself. And it free fell all the way down to the range low, which was back to this range here, off this original capitulation wicks, right? We came back, we retested. Whales did their things. They like dollar levels to the cent. I don't know why. But guess what? We broke through this trend. We had a downtrend here, right? And we really blasted through it. Everyone thought they had everyone thought they had the inside CPI information. CPI came out. CPI was awful. And everyone got liquidated. Suicide hotlines hit Twitter. It was bad. A lot of people ate their lunch, and they were euphoric as hell up until that red candle. And they didn't have their stops in. So what I'm warning you now is, if it is this time different, it's awesome. We can go up. But if it's not, protect your butt. Don't wake up in the morning with a liquidation email. This is not the type of range for high leverage. Just protect yourself, because this is awesome stuff. But you're not going to be rewarded for being a late aggressive or an early aggressive bull. The late dudes are going to get rewarded. Thank you, Joker21. And let me check. Are those whites? Yeah, these are white RSI candles on the 6. Let's see 4. 4s are yellow. They're pretty damn hot. Let me send this to the back because I want to see the colors. Visibility orders. Send to back. Yeah, man, it looks good. Now, we haven't printed a top signal yet. We had a bottom signal here on the 4-hour. Let's take a look at the 3. We had some chops in those bars. Let's check the 2. Nothing yet. We did have a 2-hour top here and a 2-hour top here. A bottom here on the 2-hour, but nothing yet. So if it keeps rolling over, it's probably going to trigger on the 2. It's going to have to take some pullbacks to get 4 to trigger. But make sure you got your alert set on the runner bot. It'll wake you up in the middle of the night if you set it properly. But that's Bitcoin, right? Let's take a look at Ethereum. Let me check chat real quick. How does he does look like he does. Okay. A run to the lows would look like a Wyckoff accumulation if it dips below the range. Absolutely. But I'll say this. If you have a swing high breakout and the volume doesn't stay sustaining... Wow, you guys are blowing up my earphones. Thank you for the follow. Let's try to keep this stream low key, low chill. We don't want a lot of people showing up. This is small group time. I'm kidding. But if this thing comes back down, like, we're not diamond handing this. You're going to really want to diamond hand it. Don't. Because if this breaks, it's no longer support. And the magnet's down here. At least to this, right? See all this volume stacked up here? Kind of, because it's not showing it on my screen. Hold on, let me check the Twitch stream. That's better. Okay, now we're good. Sorry, I adjusted my zoom and it messed with that. I apologize. Hashtag amateur hour. So anyway, we got to be careful. I'm just saying, check your euphoria. But definitely post your memes. Let's bull post. Let's effing go. We saw some awesome stuff, right? Now, what is number 2 doing? Ethereum, and I am super proud of this call because I actually posted it publicly, and it hit. Ethereum's been kind of close to Bitcoin, but it's been more volatile, and it's been a little bit more bullish, and we have narrative for it. The liquid staking is coming online March, I think. That's the tentative date for, is it Shanghai? I think the update. Regardless, ETH 2.0 tokens can be staked and unstaked once that upgrade has happened. Right now, Ethereum, you cannot unstake it. So check this out, guys. She came up, she printed a range high. She came down, printed a range high again on a slightly higher high, but she fell out. And this is why I warn you, when we get a slightly higher high, weak colors, you see a whale print, that red triangle, get out. Because it's going to fall. And it fell hard. Came all the way down here to like our 25x liquidation level here. These are the Rainbow Trends liquidation levels. We tagged that twice, printed a bottom on the runner bot, and then we started accumulating, and then and she took off. Now, what caught me yesterday or the day before, I forgot when I posted the tweet. I drew this up saying, hey, I'm worried about this. I know we're going to get hung up at this resistance because of the confluence we've had here. Plus, these pivots are calling it. I think on the 2-hour, I may have just eyeballed it, but that pivot there for sure. We came into it and I said, if we're in bull town and we're in bull mode, it's going to chop. It's going to SOS, aka white coffee, and then pop. And lo and behold, that is exactly what it did today. And she went awesome. And I'm currently working on an automated trading strategy on Ethereum right now on the 1 hour. And it's been driving me nuts because it's literally taken 5 long positions on this run, and it's won every single one. And it's a bot that has a 55% win rate. So I'm kind of like, what on earth is going on? It should have lost something, but it's so far, knock on wood, it's good. But right now it exited today, right around here. It exited before the second pump. But anyway, real happy to see that thing's working great in forward testing, and I'm thinking about putting it on Compendium. We'll see. The band's not really there, so I may just keep playing with it myself, but we'll see. Anyway, I digress. We broke through this. SOS, Wyckoff style. Is it Wyckoff to the T? No, it's not. And it's Ethereum. And it's rainbow trends. It is what it is. But it is the flag signal on resistance. And we saw the volume hit. She popped. That's what we want to see. It's a little snippet of Wyckoff snuck in your rainbow theory, right? That's what this stuff was based off anyway when I originally cracked it. But there's a pivot at 1421. A very strong pivot that hit back in August of 22. And it showed resistance again in September. So she's got confluence here at this level at 1421. And look what we got a tweezer on. She barely got above 1421, made it to 1437, and then she came back down. So for all intents and purposes, if you want to long this, you're late. If you want to short this, I'm not sure either, because I would have liked to have shorted here. And she pumped again. So, great area to take profits. It's not something I would want to short, and definitely not something I want to do long. You know me, I like entering range lows and taking profits in the middle and on the way up to the range highs. And when I get my color rotations. Right now, we're going to probably be weaking out of color rotations. We've already done a very large move here. This is 20% on spot on Ethereum. I don't know why I just hit that. There we go. So that's where we're at with it, right? Like, it's a good move, but like, fight your emotions. Like, when you didn't want to buy down here, that's when it was the time to buy. Now you want to buy up here, it's not the time to buy. Now, and that's to say, maybe we have a God candle and this thing punches. Back in the day, Ethereum used to be able to do stuff like this and push into these reversion clouds. We haven't seen that in a while, in a long time. And it's not to say it can't happen. What can't really happen, never been done territory, is above this blue reversion band. That kind of tells you the wall. That's like never been done before, and this is likely the wall that will stop you. So this is the standard reversion band, which is a free tool, by the way. You can sign up for the free tools on the website. And then this is the machine learning reversion band. So if you start pushing into this, like, you damn sure better take note. Because you're betting on stuff that's never happened before. And the odds are against you in that case. So, long story short, we got a long way to go. And the real resistance is here. We have 1526, and then we have 1664 are the next levels. So if you're an ETH-bull, and I am an ETH-bull, I love Ethereum. I love the way it moves. I love the way it trades. I like the tech behind it. Is proof of stake better? Is proof of work better? I like having both. I agree you don't need 10,000 types of crypto, but Ethereum is definitely different from Bitcoin, and I like having both. So I'm a hybrid maxi, if you could say. I try to straddle my cold storage stuff like between the two. So I'm diverging here, but regardless, we're pushing up. This was a level 2, and we broke through. We're cracking this one right now. So we broke this one. This one's dead. This one's being tested right now, so we'll put one strike there, and then we have to work through these. So I'm just about done with Ethereum. Please tell me if that makes sense. If not, bring on your bros to chew me out, because I'm going kind of fast here, but the crowd seems like a familiar crowd who knows this stuff. So it's all whales, it's all colors, it's all good stuff, and we're actually having a good day, so I'm happy about it. And I'm really interested to see if the H4 top prints, but we're going to have to show some weakness to wake that bot up. You can see how this one punched twice, and then we got the trigger. This one punched twice, maybe 3 times. So, anyway. The next one I like to look at is Litecoin, if no one has any questions. And if not, we can come back. Or if there's something in particular you want to see, let me know. We can take a stab at it. There's certain coins that I have a really good read with Rainbow Theory, and there's certain coins I don't. But Bitcoin and Ethereum are awesome on H4 default tool settings. So shout out to the H4 bros. Litecoin right now has been unseasonably strong. We had an amazing Bart Simpson here. I'm gonna keep drawing them until you guys point him out for me in the Discord. But look at the bottom signal here. It is dead on with a top signal here and another top signal here. So really proud of that tool. Kicking butt on Litecoin. Litecoin's usually not very volatile though, so you got to be careful with it. And the reason I'm saying be careful with it is certain coins paint color certain ways. Certain coins have certain whales that have certain attitudes. Litecoin has been mega bullish and divergent from what Bitcoin and Ethereum have been doing as of late. Normally 9 times out of 10 or 95 times out of 10, Litecoin follows Bitcoin to the T and it's just less volatile. Right now it's pumping hard and it's been pumping hard, right? Like there's no vertical candles like on Bitcoin today. This thing's been uptrending since December. Like we are in a move, right? It's not the prettiest thing, but it's there. And now we're at the top of the rainbow, and we printed a top signal, right? Let me clean up the liquidation levels real quick. So we zoom out. As you can see, Litecoin doesn't like pushing into my reversion rainbow. Doesn't like doing it. It can do it, but it doesn't like doing it. And you can see here where they pushed into the pinks, the strongest colors, and then they pulled back down. Pushed in, rotate it back down. We're starting to kiss it. We're not pushing into it. We're coming in hot, though, to it. So if we get this, look for the pull back down, right? And then the reset, because this will come up and kiss that too, right? It's just kind of like the mean reversion. I call this kind of like a yin-yang play. I don't really have a good name for it. And if you've noticed, most of the Rainbow Theory terms are kind of goofy. It's because I don't put a lot of thought in the way I name stuff when I'm trying to explain it to people. But you can see we have pinks here all the way down to yellows here. So push the one side, nature has to reset, balance, bam. And it tends to sit there and bop, 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 bop over time. And if you get the feel of your coin, get the feel of your whales, you'll get really good at having confidence to buy this pain. You don't have to wait for the bots to tell it. You can get that intuition. Which I just noticed. That's a white candle without an RSI print. Nope, there's one green. That's really interesting, actually. Huh. I don't know. Because look at these white candles here. With this huge volume. We were blowing out RSI. Here, that was a wick with like barely any RSI. That's really interesting setup. Huh. So anyway, M1 bros in the chart. The market will soon continue to collapse because of Genesis. I don't know, man. I can understand FTX turning Ponzi and sucking everybody dry because it was, what, the third? It was in the top 4 at least. But it was definitely top... I think it was top 3 exchange in the world. I don't know a single crypto person who uses Gemini. I really don't. I have a feeling the Winklevoss twins may use it, may or may not, but that's it. I don't know anybody who uses it. I mean, I know quite a few people. I mean, like, you want to make, like, if people want to make jokes, not to say you're making a joke, but like a lot of people like trash Kraken. I know quite a few people who use Kraken. I don't know a single person that uses Gemini. So, shout out to Jesse Powell, my boy. Although they are kind of disappointing me because I'm trying to get a corporate account there and they keep asking for different types of documentation. And I'm getting really frustrated. So I may just abandon it. We'll see. Figure out another way to make crypto payments for through a corporate account. Anyway, that is Litecoin. Let us move to Zcash. This is awesome. So this wasn't really a channel walk. It wasn't the right shape, but the colors were nice. And it pumped up into resistance and it rolled over. And check out the whale prints coming in here on weaker colors. This was really easy. Now this kind of channel walked down and it broke out of it. Thought we were going to get it down to here and kiss this, and that would have been so beautiful. But we broke through here, kind of had a pullback, and then she's been going. So she's been kicking booty. She's up 25%. So this is why I like Zcash so much. Like Ethereum is moved way more today, but like Zcash moves more. More color, more room to play with, and it's really consistent. So we caught the top here. This was choppy as hell to trade. If you held that and went through that, that's really hard because these are pretty big swings. But if you're making gains, you can't tell me, or I can't tell you nothing. So that's Zcash. Let's check out Bcash just for shits and grins. I don't like this coin. But I do like Roger Ver's haircuts. So holy cow. She damn near tagged our old resistance levels here. She definitely wicked this double pivot. And a reminder for the new traders, if you see pivots that are clustered, like there's 2 or 3, that's a more powerful level. If the bot picked up more than one, it's a very, very important to the whales. So we have kind of an inverse head and shoulder here, but mainly this is a test on the pivots. Test, bottom print, kind of an inverted BART, I guess, if you got really looked at it. Retest with a failure to go back into the zone, and then she went full send. And you can see, do you see the impulses here on the volume? And how they kind of go up? But you notice how they're timed. It's not steady. It's not a solid wall of volume. It's bam, 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 right? Keep that in mind because that's sometimes like what the whales are doing, right? So she's going up. She's doing great. But she printed a pink into a yellow into the reversion rainbow. This is not the time to long Bcash. This is the time to take profits. And if you're a shorter, that's kind of when you need to look at shorts. If you are that type of person. I don't like shorting. It's much harder than longing in my opinion. But it is what it is. To each their own. That's awesome key tag. But that's support slamming into resistance. It's textbook rainbow. Let me see what else. What's up, Vital? Harmony? Yes, we can. Any exchange in particular? If not, I'm going to look at Binance. So the first thing is to notice the impulses. This thing gets slammed with volume when it's important. You notice the Ethereum and the Bitcoin charts did not do this. All right, so we can look at Binance US. Volume's a little different. Binance US is a different order book. So it's going to print a little differently. You can see there's a bunch of gaps in the volume. Binance has the best data. Justin, what's up, dude? Rune breakout soon. Maybe. I saw some rune. So I never, excuse me, I never see rune post on Twitter. I actually saw some rune posts today, so we'll take a look at that for sure. I'm gonna move back to Binance normal just because it's better data. But you can see during this capitulation, this is the FTX move. The volume was amazing. That's insane volume. This is what I would call like an impulse. And that's what I look on altcoins is impulses. And that's when the whales like do not care that you can see them. And the whales bought the hell out of that. These blues are buys. Double pivot here, but we broke through it. You don't diamond hand when you break through that type of low range resistance, right? If this was my chart, I would have drawn a green there. right? She broke through it, and then she went on a run to fully liquidate weak hands, right? So you can see this pump here. Bam, tag into resistance. That's a white 4-hour candle with a pink RSI. I don't have a color stronger than that, right? That is super, super strong. But she bounced off of it. Whales bought into that. And then she kind of made an inverted head and shoulders there. Kind of went sideways. And then we had a wall of whale prints. There's a cluster of 4 whale prints there. So that's really gnarly. When you see whale prints going bam, 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 it's bad news. Bad news. Means they really want it to go one direction. And they finally pushed it in all the way here into the reversion band, and then she popped off, right? Now the thing to note here is it's really subtle, and I wouldn't have caught this unless I was really watching the hell out of this. You can see how far this thing is pushing into the bands, right? That's roughly the distance which they pumped. It didn't get as deep into this rainbow, reversion rainbow. Sometimes it's a lot more not so subtle. It'll look like this. And then you can see, hey, they tagged the rainbow again and they didn't get to like this mid-level, right? So it's giving you the pushes into the reversion band are weaker and weaker and weaker, even though it's a lower low, and then she popped. She came back up. She hit this resistance pivot or support dash resistance pivot here. Popped above it, came down, came up, had the beautiful retest. It's very, very hard to see. But there is a retest there, which is just crazy to me. See the wick? There's a wick there too. Retest. Then Papa Bear came in with some volume and it sent it. So we'll zoom back out. Whoop. And now she's gone. And now we've done a yin yang. And I am open to suggestions what the hell to call this, but she went from the red side on bearish colors to bullish colors on the green side. And to do that, the whales actually moved this damn thing 52%. And now you're getting the perfect exits. Pinks into the reversion rainbow. That's a sell for me every time. I won't really hold that. I get rid of that. Because the odds are against me that it's going to just keep going. They really are. Now, it very well may, but like the odds are in my favor that this will come back down and retest something. Maybe it retests this double pivot and then goes back up. Or it tags it a few times and then goes down. We don't really know. We don't get to make those decisions. That's the wrong type of club. So, gotta be careful. But yeah, that's that one. This thing's gonna have to cool off, right? Like, you can see here where it's tagged the other side. Kind of hit the bottom here, not all the way, but tag the top, come to the bottom. It happens a lot. Because look at this. Like, this is where you gotta get really good, because this is blade, bleed, bleed. And then they showed up and tagged the tops, bottoms, tops. So, and it's real easy to look this on hindsight. So you've got to be like really, really in tune with your coins. So like if you're really in tune with Rune, you can potentially see this stuff and not get baited by those levels. So for me, I don't have that for Rune in my eyes, but that's what you'll have to learn. It's easy for me to look at stuff at hindsight. Like anybody can say that, right? But to actually put your money on the line, you got to be damn good to bite here, not there. So we even have 3 bottom signals on the 4-hour. 6-hour, we don't have a trigger. Yeah, 2-hour, bam, 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 bam. You just got to be careful. Know your settings, know your colors. Oh. Let's take a look at Rune, because that was in the news. And that'd be why. Yeah, it hasn't fully exploded yet. But from like a rainbow perspective, this is a real clear support order block. And then this would be your like resistance order block. Right, like how TraderMain looks at order blocks, that's what these kind of are, but they're algorithmic, not main eyes. If I could 100% program main's eyes, I would, but we could only get about 90% there, so that's how these are. And then there is another block right there. You see all these clusters. So there's 2 levels of resistance here that we have to push through. And the first time we pushed up through it, we got stopped here. Well prints, bam, came back down, consolidated a little bit, and then look at all these well prints. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom, 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 boom. And she punched right through this. It had some like SOS flagging here, but she ended up making it through it. And frankly, she's coming in a little hot to this resistance range here, like 173 to 163. So it's going to have some really crazy narrative or something crazy. Maybe get some Kampai Panda love. I don't know. But the move from here is kind of tapering out, in my opinion. It's going to have to reset. And at least go sideways a little bit. Unless Bitcoin just breaks out. If Bitcoin just breaks out, goes above 20, these alts are going to fly. So you got to be real careful. We can zoom out further. Yeah. That's a really important pivot. $3. That'd be a sweet move if you got it from 150 to 3. Because the bottom here to be here would be 200. This would be like 100. Yeah. You want to see RSR? We can. I hope that works for you on Rune. Good luck to you. I personally don't touch that very often. Actually, I don't know if I've ever traded it, to be honest. I think I have, but... RSR has gone through some pain. So, this is in a previous stream. We called this bottom here. And we got TP1, TP2, TP3, and it actually kind of shot up above it. It had like kind of a moon phase. Came down, reset, yin-yanged, and now she's fallen. And she's been struggling, but now she's coming back up. And it should scream to you, where is the order block? It's right here. We're cheating. It's right there. And look what we've been wicking into. So you see how the bots picked up that pivot and then that pivot? I can't read these numbers. It's like 3560 and 3720 or something. With like 3 decimals before zeros. But if she can get through this, it's awesome. But she's got a lot of resistance over her head. So act accordingly. Like, know that your coin is running, but she's running into a wall. If it can break through the wall, that's awesome, right? If you can break through this, this is the low range of this previous range from last 6 months ago. If you can get back into this, it's party time. There's your magnet. You're going to be drawn to that 4136, right? Which is where all this kind of hung out. But she's got to break through this wall, and she's not going to want to. So it's going to take some serious action, some serious love. So, max bidding only to do that, right? I actually want to check AVAX, because is this not the Amazon coin? Yeah, boy. So, AWS, Amazon, Amazon Web Services, I think is what it is. It's the Amazon Cloud Services made a venture with AVAX. And can you tell me why order blocks are important? I need to adjust these colors because these are my old order blocks from previous streams, but I'm going to flip them to red so you guys can see them. Like, Amazon did not care about this, that double pivot or that order block, and it shot right through it. And then it went all the way up to here into the reversion band and tagged out at like 1623. This top pivot here is exactly 1634, and the high price was 1649. So it's pretty cool. Later, Sean. Wish you the best. Come say hi in the Discord sometime. So anyway, and just for training purposes, there's your other support block. There's kind of another one down here, but anyway, that's how you trade, or that's how you can see ranges with like the bots trying to help you. But you know, This isn't TA. Don't fool yourself. You can't draw your little wedge. You can't draw your bull divs. That's Amazon news. There's bots that trade Twitter. There's whales that trade Twitter alerts. That's what that is. So don't tell yourself you saw that God candle coming or beat your. The main thing is I'm trying to say is like don't beat yourself up that you didn't see this coming. No one did. So what's interesting though is let's see if it was their insider trading. Normally there is. Some buns very naughty at Coinbase, and now they're getting SEC investigations. All off some Kobe post. So a little bit. So when Coinbase would leak stuff to their internal people, you would start seeing like this. And then the news would hit, and it would go straight up. And it was like super obvious. The insiders at Coinbase knew that like people were that Coinbase was about to list a coin and that the coin was going to pump. So that's actually really well done. So shout out to the Amazon crew because they either front ran it way back in the day or they really kept that under wraps. So kudos to them. Because you know, what are you going to do against an inside trader except run for Congress, right? So anyway, that was AVAX. Let me see. I want to check out S&P. Yep, S&P's not coming back down right now. She's moving back up. We had the H4 top signal. We had multiple H4 tops coming down. I really thought this was going to go to this level because that's what it's done every single time. She moved up today. Let's check oil. Let's check DJI out real quick. Oil popping off this pivot. So there's a pivot at 73.50 it really likes. And then there's a wall here at like $80. So let's check Dow Jones. DJI's back up as well. To me, these top signals at these ranges, it looked like she was going to come down here. And it still may. It may reject off that pivot there. 34.3. Sorry, I've got really bad allergies right now. And kind of a head cold. I'm not having a good day. It feels like my head's an aquarium. Let's check DXY. DXY is coming back down, boys. Where's Doppel at? Wow, she's really coming back down. So DXY was kind of channel walking, broke out, kind of looked retesty. Now she's back in it. This is not good for DXY. I wonder if she's done. We don't know. Let's check out some Costco. Yeah, boy. This support order block at 430 to 460 has been money, but it's been lower highs, right? So we got our pop. I just want to see it go higher. Let's check target. I'm just looking broad stuff right now. Yeah, DXY might come back and rip faces, dude. It might. Let's check out Suntron. I haven't looked at that in a long time. Yeah, so there was some drama like a week ago or earlier this week. There's 6, yeah, so a week ago they tried to test Justin. And they really did a massive dump there trying to see if he was exposed to liquidation. He wasn't. There's your bottom signal on it. Now it's pumping back up. But these colors are dead. Tron normally prints a lot of colors. These are just reds and greens. For the most part, a little bit of orange. So maybe this is just big boy accumulation. We just don't know it. Maybe this will overthrow Bitcoin in a year. We'll see. Highly doubt it. Whoa, what is GRT? I just inadvertently clicked this. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let's set it up. Let's set it up. There's your bottom order block. There is your top order block with another. There's another pivot here really close. I could draw this block up to it if I wanted, but you can see the bottom block has got confluence, so we'll leave it there. But that looks like it's gonna go to me. And look at this volume profile. That's nuts. Bam, 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 bam. Homeboys are chopping it up with the bots. This looks like a Wyckoff SOS to me. It's low time frame, so it's not gonna be perfect, but man, these bottom and top signals were good on this. What is GRT? I've never even heard of it. Well, I've seen the acronym, but I can't tell you what the name of it is. But I love this volume profile. So this thing may pop, and it's already hot though, and it's already in the reversion band. Look, where's that machine band? Holy cow, that's up there. So let's go back and check some of the volatility. How bad can this thing blow out? So on the downtrend backside, it hasn't blown out. Back in the day, when she first listed, she did blow out, and that's what we got. That okay, so it's not likely it's gonna hit that, but I want to long that, but the colors are telling me no. But that looks SOS-y. Moving on, I'm gonna get FOMO'd in. Mana with a double tap, then a pump. You can see it tapped 3-4 times there, but only kind of went sideways. But now that's the full completion. Actually, you can see if anything's moving right now. Low. These are just low caps. There's Fetch AI going nuts. If Fetch is somehow related to Chat GPT, that'd be cool. I've heard there are some people that are not Ethereum mining anymore, but they are using their Ethereum NVIDIA cards or their previous ETH rigs and using them to support AI computations. So that's kind of cool. Is long the art of jumping from token to token with long angle prospects? The art is not longing late. And if you can find stuff that's lagging, you definitely want to pay attention. Now you can see how Fetch is like pinks, which is my strongest color, into like the reversion bands. Like this is don't touch it with a 10-foot pole on long. So you gotta be really careful. It's likely gonna pull back or go sideways unless there's some real narrative where this thing's like tied to Chat GPT or something. And then it could just moon, but it needs narrative to hold this. Whales can't just hold pinks into these reversion bands forever. Nature has to heal and come back at some point. And the magnet for it, you see this? Like, this is your magnet. This is where price wants to go. There's a double pivot, and then there's that huge wall on the visible range, right? So that's where it wants to go. Will it get there? I don't know. There may be some serious narrative. AI seems to be like the thing that people are going to talk about 2023. Like Microsoft has announced some ungodly investments into the Chat GPT stuff. So we'll see where it goes. ASM is so weird. These are candles going up, but the sell volume is much higher. I think Coinbase is one of the only people that actually offer that damn thing. Let me look. Let's take a look at see if algo's up. Algo is running up. That's not bad. Nothing crazy though. It's only blues. I heard some of the FTX drama with Aave today. I'm gonna read up on it more before I talk about it, but apparently they're trying to reclaim money and we're moving around on Aave, the people that are trying to get the FTX money back and got liquidated. But she's clearly at resistance, so I don't want to touch this. Oh, anywho. Oh, sorry, I'm fading. Long day today at work. See, now this one's kind of lagging. Not so much, it's kind of in the mid range, but it's not up to this yet. So that one's kind of lagging. Bcash is already pumped. Bitcoin's pumped. Let's check Cake. Cake is not pumped. So Cake is definitely, you talk about like the art of long, and Cake is lagging, right? So let's take Comp and CVC. Comp's moved. CVC, yeah. Scam Wix. CVC is very wiki. Check Dash. Eh. Tell me why Dash is at a higher high now. Maybe this is 8-month accumulation. We just don't know it yet. Maybe. But with that being said, guys, I am going to get out of here. Thank you for showing up. It's a good stream. Enjoyed talking to you guys. I don't remember Fletch. I'm sorry. But yeah, check us out at Rainbow Trends, rainbow-trends.com. You can sign up for free and check out our free tools. A lot of these are free. A lot of these are different. Some of them are premium. But the link to our socials with like the Discord and stuff, that's where you really need to come hang out. That's where we got a really good group of dudes and gals. So anyway, I will talk to you later. And if you got any questions, shoot me a DM. Bye.